Beloved soul family, welcome back to the Vybrational Stage, where we gather in this sacred circle to explore not only concepts, but living energies that long to be embodied. Today we step deeper into our arc, Embodied Love, becoming peace in action, by entering the vibrational field of peace, not as an abstraction, but as a living revolution. Let us begin with a truth. Peace is not passive. We have been taught, often unconsciously, to imagine peace as the absence of conflict, a fragile ceasefire, a quiet lull between battles. But true peace is not fragile, it's not timid. Peace is not the absence of something, it is the radiant presence of something greater. It is a living frequency that can shift environments, transmute energies, and alter the very trajectory of our lives and of our world. Peace is a choice, yes, but it also is a discipline, a path, and a power, and this is what we will explore together today. The inner revolution. The silent revolution begins inside. Every human heart is a battlefield. Within us resides the voice of the critic, the prosecutor, the wounded child, the fearful survivor. These voices rise like armies, sometimes clashing with each other, sometimes spilling outward into relationships, workplaces, communities. The revolution of peace does not silence these voices by force. It does not exile or suppress them. Instead, it creates a sanctuary where every part of us can be heard, honored, and integrated into wholeness. Imagine your inner world as a council chamber. In the old way, the loudest, most aggressive voice dominated the conversation. But in the way of peace, every voice is welcomed into the circle. The frightened child, the angry prosecutor, the weary adult, all are given a seat. Peace listens not with judgment, but with presence. And in that listening, a miracle occurs. The voices soften. They no longer need to battle, for they have been acknowledged. This is the first act of the revolution, to create peace within, so that peace may flow outward. The axis of stillness. Picture yourself at the center of a great wheel. The spokes and rim whirl with speed, life's chaos, conflict, noise. But at the axis, there is only stillness. When you live from the center, you are not dragged into every storm. Instead, you become the axis itself, still, grounded, radiating a calm that others instinctively trust. This is peace in action, not detachment, but rootedness. You are fully engaged with life. You are the tuning fork that resets the field. Peace as contagion. Have you ever walked into a room heavy with tension and felt your body constrict before a word was even spoken? This is vibrational contagion. Now imagine the opposite, walking into a charged space with such an anchored presence that the atmosphere shifts before you even sit down. This too is contagion, but it is peace spreading. It is the silent revolution in action. Your energy does not stop at your skin. It emanates. It fills the space around you, and when aligned with peace, it has the power to neutralize fear, dissolve hostility, and awaken forgotten softness in those who have hardened themselves against the world. This is how revolutions are waged, not by louder shouting, but by deeper grounding. The discipline of peace. Peace is not a mood. It is not something we feel only when conditions are favorable. Peace is a discipline, a conscious practice that must be chosen again and again. It is chosen when we pause before reacting. It is chosen when we breathe instead of retaliating. It is chosen when we see another's pain beneath their anger and respond with compassion rather than judgment. It is chosen when we remember that our purpose is not to win arguments, but to expand love. This discipline is not easy. It requires courage. It asks us to resist the gravitational pull of fear and to instead rise into the higher frequency of peace. But each of us must choose peace, even in small ways, and the revolution will advance. living examples of peace in action. Consider Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., who embodied peace not as resignation, but as a powerful, active force that reshaped a nation. Consider Gandhi, who showed that peace could dismantle empires. Consider Nelson Mandela, who emerged from decades of imprisonment not with bitterness, but with forgiveness and vision. These were not passive men. Their peace was fierce, disciplined, and revolutionary. Let's now engage in our expanding exercise. Find a quiet, sacred space today. Place your feet firmly on the ground and imagine roots extending from your soles deep into the earth. Place one hand on your heart and the other on your solar plexus. Breathe slowly until you feel a pulse of energy flowing from your entire being. Now bring to mind a situation where conflict lingers. See yourself stepping into the situation, not with defenses raised, but with a field of light expanding from your body. With each inhale, the field grows brighter. With each exhale, it softens the edges of hostility, dissolves tension, and restores balance. Hold this vision until you feel your inner axis stabilize, until you sense the ripple of peace radiating outward. This is the silent revolution, and you are its leader.